Hi, my name's John Green, and today we're talking about the Mexican Revolution from 1821.
Go Mexican Revolution!
During the time period at the start of the war, concepts and ideas of the Age of Enlightenment spread to Mexico and inspired revolution as its surrounding liberal movements. Changes in social and political due to Bourbon reforms plus economic conflicts created a perfect environment for revolution. In 1808, King Charles IV and Ferdinand VII advocated the throne to Napoleon Bonaparte, who gave the Spanish crown to his brother, Joseph Bonaparte. The same year, the Ayuntamiento, or the City Council of Mexico, claimed sovereignty and without a legitimate king and a coup against the Viceroy. And also, conflicts between the Peninsulares and Creoles led to the Mexican Revolution.
Thought bubble!
Creoles are Mexican-born Spaniards ranked below Native Europeans or Peninsulares. Because they are ranked below Peninsulares, it's created a bunch of tension between the two social groups.
The main grievances were set in motion by the Peninsular War. Because Spanish's social and political structure was weakened, this made it difficult for Spain to hold on to Mexico during the Revolution. Therefore, they got to win. Salons were also very important because they got to discuss Enlightenment ideas about independence. And they also, since they were so close to the United States, saw that revolution as successful and wanted to do the same. The demands were they wanted independence because they sought the opportunity since the Spanish were wrapped up in the Peninsular War. They also were upset with the Creole elite because they had not only a great role in the government but also were much wealthier and used that against the mestizo masses.
Thought bubble!
Did you know that on September 16th of 1810, the Catholic priest Miguel Hidalgo y Castilla encouraged his congregation to revolt against the Spanish crown in a speech made at Dolores? And then later, on October 30th, the battle at Monte de las Cruces, insurgent forces under Hidalgo and Ignacio Allende defeated Spanish troops at Acoya. The year of the war, in 1821, specifically on February 21st, the Spanish Colonel Agustin de Iturbide and insurgent leader Vincent Guerrero together issued the Plan of Iguala at a meeting in Iguala, under which Mexico became an independent Catholic constitutional monarchy. On February 24th, the armies under Iturbide and Guerrero were consolidated into Iturbide's control into the Army of Three Guarantees. And later, on August 24th, the Iturbide and Spanish Viceroy Juan O'Donoghue signed the Treaty of Cordoba, recognizing the independence of Mexico and personal union with Spain. In 1821, after the revolt in Spain, there was a new era of liberal reforms there. Conservative Mexican leaders began to plan the viceregal system and separate the country from the motherland on their own terms. On the behalf, Iturbide meets with Guerrero and issues the Plan of Iguala, which mentioned before, by which Mexico would become an independent country as ruled with a limited monarchy.
Several important figures were involved in the Mexican Revolution, some of which are Miguel Hidalgo. He was the father of the Mexican Revolution. He was a priest, and on September 16, 1818, he issued his Grito de Dolores, or Cry of Dolores, which called for the end of a 300-year Spanish rule in Mexico, redistribution of land, and racial equality between the Creoles and Peninsulares. It sparked a formation of a peasant army and further revolts throughout Mexico.
Agustin de Iturbide was also another important historical figure.
He was the leader of the royalist forces and negotiated the Plan of Iguala in 1821 to establish Mexico as an independent constitutional monarchy, and Mexicans of Spain's descent would be equal with pure Spaniards. Next was Juan de O'Donoghue. He was a major leader in August 24th of 1821. He was a viceroy who signed the Treaty of Cordoba, which approved a plan to make Mexico independent. Next is Ignacio Allende. He was the captain of the Spanish army in Mexico who sympathized with Mexican independence movements and fought along Hidalgo in the first stage of the struggle.
After 11 years of revolution and war for independence, Juan de O'Donoghue, a Spanish viceroy, signed for the Treaty of Cordoba. This leads Mexico to an independent constitutional monarchy. Under this treaty, the Catholic Church would be maintained and Mexicans of Spanish descent would be equal to pure Spaniards, while mixed Mexicans, for example of Indian blood, would have fewer rights. Mexico would be established as an independent constitutional monarchy, and the privileged position of the Catholic Church would be maintained, and Mexicans of Spanish descent would be regarded as equals to pure Spaniards. This treaty was known as the Treaty of Cordoba, and the previous King Ferdinand was reoffered the throne, but declined, and Augustine...
Here's a picture of the land being fought over during the War of Mexican Independence, which is in Central America under the United States.
Finalmente!
You can't really get on.
Also, I can't do it. Can you please?
After 11 years of revolution and a war for independence, Juan de Odahobu... I hate myself! Got you, bye. I'm just talking. Creoles are native-born Spaniard. Oh my god.
Revolución de Mexico!